Good day, everyone. Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is May 18th, 2023. And today I'm going to be analyzing two graphite stocks. And the reason I'm doing this with graphite today is because those two stocks, they are trading at technically discounted price. The whole idea of this channel is to bring value to viewers, analyze the stocks when they are not actually rallying, before they potentially rally, not when they are trading at the formal area. That's why I brought here Talga, which the SX code is TLG, and also RENASCOUR Resources, which the SX code is RNU. So let's have a look. I just want to remind you, this isn't a financial advice. It's just us from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we use our strategies to aim for 20 to 40% profit within a 1 to 3 months lead time, how we avoid buying stocks at formal area, how we set up targets, and much more. So all in this channel. If you like, please subscribe, share this video with someone that you believe will be interested on these two particular stocks, and let's start the video now. So if you're not a member of our free Facebook community, I would like to invite you right now. We call that Buy, Grow, and Sell Strategy for Share Traders. In this community, we post a lot of great quality content, including some stock analysis, and I'm going to actually be putting the stock analysis of RENASCOUR Resources available for you guys here. All you need to do is just make sure you enter into this community and jump in. You can see all our considerations, our deep analysis into the financial, fundamental, technical perspective of the company, the business, the risks, and whether we believe this is a good investment, trading stocks, all with our strategy. Again, nothing to do with advising you to buy or not to buy. You need to take this as your own personal circumstance, and hire your own financial advice to advise you whether this is a good investment for you or not. This is all about BGS20 strategy. Okay. First stock then I'm going to be analyzing is Talga, which again is on the best part of the spectrum on the graphite developers. Just so you keep in mind that there's no graphite producer in Australia yet. There's none of those listed ASX 200 companies, or the ones that are not on ASX 200, they are currently producing graphite. It's just in China. So what's happening is Talga is, for us, one of the stocks, the company that is close from production. In fact, they are looking at start producing graphite in 2024, start its production. So the company is based in Sweden. They aim to target European automotive manufacturers and battery manufacturers. They are focusing to anode and cathode materials. They also have a innovation laboratory in UK, which they are looking into a solid state battery technology, which for me, I already highlighted in one of the past videos, this could be the future. So any company that is looking to a solid state battery technology should be into your watch list. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on in this company. They are sort of setting up a vertical integration supply chain within its own umbrella. So they have already some potential off-takers for the materials, and they are big names like ACC Automotive Cells, also Verkor, which is a supplier to Renault in Europe. So it's really interesting, but just keep in mind when we talk about offtake agreements, they're not binding offtake agreements yet. These companies are just actually testing the anode material on their own product and see whether that fits in and if you need adjustment. That's what they're doing at the moment. But the good thing is of having exposure to Talga at the moment, especially now trading at technically discounted prices, is that any of those potential MOU or off-takers could come up into binding off-taking if eventually they pleased with the whole situation. So a lot of things going on in this. I just want to focus on the highlights here. Also, there's so many potential customers for graphite. From the macroeconomic perspective, graphite is just as lithium is in extremely high demand, and they are forecasting undersupply within the next few years. So obviously, that's why they come up into the market with these projects, all these investments. But from the financial perspective, this company is still a we call speculative stock, still a high risk stock, just because it still need further finance in order to keep its project moving forwards, and likely that's going to happen anyway. But it's always something to concern. There's always risks out there. So European Investment Bank is currently appraising up about 300 million euros for Vittangi anode project, which is the flagship project in Sweden, and it's still pending to final due diligence and credit approval and agreements. So obviously this is, but if exposed to this stock and then all of a sudden they manage to get this done and announce in the market, then that's when we have those big rallies we have seen in these graphite stocks in the last few months. Also, the company continued to discuss progressing in multilateral financial institutions, development banks, and export credit agencies with due diligence process near completion. So again, this gives us some idea that we might have some announcement regarding finance status, some financial partnerships, some funding, and that's exactly what we want to see for the stock to sort of take into the highs again. And obviously, by holding the stock, by buying the stock at the lower levels, and those announcements coming up in the market, that's exactly what we ideally want to see. Course. And then there's a lot of different things happening in this company, but again, this is for us is the best graphite peak because they are going to start producing in 2024, so just a year, maybe a year or 18 months away. And look, now from the technical point of view here, as you can see, Talga is currently trading what we call hypothetical support level around 130 to 135. This is a really interesting level because it has been tested several times here, okay? And those times in which this level has been tested, the stock price bounced back and rallied sometimes 40% and even 60%. We saw a rally of 40% in January, and then we saw another rally of 58% in March. So we could see another rally. Yes, we could. Obviously, those rally comes on the back of some announcements, but provided that we would be buying at the current levels, I don't see much of a unilateral risk for this particular stock at the current level. So a stock to keep in mind, Talga for us is a technically discounted price. Now let's move to the second one, which is RENASCOUR Resources. And by the way, guys, if you want to have access to those stock analysis that we put together with our team of analysts, you can take a look on bgtrading.com.au, and we have a membership subscription plan, so you can become a VIP member and have access to those analyses as well as our entries on the stock market. Okay, so now RENASCOUR Resources is a Australian project-based graphite exploration company. It's based in South Australia and is focused into Asian markets on the other hand. So interesting, they're not kind of like going to compete in this case. But there's a lot of hype on this stock in ASX, especially among retail investors. That's why we brought this analysis to, because we have been asked over the last few months to take a look on RENASCOUR resources. Here we are now looking at, but unlike Talga, these guys are still far behind Talga in the pipeline for production. All matters for us is when these companies will start generate some organic revenue, when in other words, start looking into the next level, which is the path from generating revenue to a profitability. So when that's going to happen, and with RENASCOUR resources, they are well behind Talga in that sense. They're still waiting for the final investment decision. Okay, so this just enhances the risk. But on the flip side, as soon as, let's say, we expose to the stock and we have the announcement of a successful final investment decision by its CEO, then obviously this is when the stock goes and rally again. So we want to be exposed to those. But again, understanding this is a very speculative approach into the market. It's not recommended for conservative investors or traders. It's more for aggressive, high risk takers, investors like ourselves. Okay, but again, this company is actually ticking most of the box towards the commencement of building its production facility. But at the moment, we still need to see a final investment decision. Is a big thing, huge thing. So and interesting to have this stock prior that could happen anytime now. So taking potentially advantage of that, but obviously if something goes wrong and they have to delay that will become an issue. So the company is also, RENASCOUR also has some potential off takers on a pipeline, but they're all non-binded as well, just like Talga. Okay, so good thing is that they can become a binding off takers. But yeah, so we want to see definitely some binding agreements, especially with Talga, with some potential clients now. Now the catalyst upcoming announcements are then the technical report completion, which is still due to be released in the market. A final investment decision. We still wanted to see the final investment decision by its CEO, David Christensen. And then the final approval of the loan facility that is subject to a number of conditions. And this is again brings to the risks of holding a company that doesn't generate revenue, just burning to cash in order to achieve its production, and it needs consistent raise capital until start generating its own organic revenue. So look, another speculative stock. Very high risk approach, but we could see another rally, especially when trading at a technically discounted price. It is as well today, and I'm going to open the chart in the next few minutes, so that it sort of mitigates the risk somehow. Okay, so now let's take a look into the technical aspect of the stock. So RNU, just like Talga, this is trading at technically discounted price at a hypothetical support level as well. As you can see, it has been tested 20 cents a number of times here over the last 6 months. And what I'm looking here is a potential bounce on the stock at the current levels. And you see today a green candle on the Heikinat, which is the first indication that we might have a bounce, as obviously we saw a few similar events here. But again, it's better to be in a position when the stock is low than trying to go and buy when the stock is at the formal levels. Exactly what we don't want. And then once this these candles start picking up towards the upside and the volume is start increasing, then that's when we need to hold the stock. At the moment, the volume is still too low, so no much action, but it's kind of a stock that is good to start positioning when this is happening. Obviously, stop loss levels need to be just under this under this hypothetical support here, and obviously just watch out for fake breakouts. There's a lot of fake breakouts, just not just for the downside, but for the upside. I've been seeing like numbers of fake breakouts, but the whole idea of hypothetical support is not a number, not exactly a 20 cents, but at the level we could range between 18 to 22 cents, so the 4 cents range. So allow this 4 cents range swing. So set the stop loss just under that sort of hypothetical support level there, so you don't get washed out and then the stock start going up. So buying RENASCOUR resources is really to do with a speculative approach of waiting for some catalytic announcements to be released in the market, so the stock price pumps up. From the technical perspective itself, without any announcement, it's very likely the stock is not going to move. All right. But as soon as we have some announcements, if you think there is some announcement on the pipeline, which we just disclosed here in our stock analysis, then you want to speculate that this will be the time to look into positions like that at the low levels. Okay. So this is our view on Talga and RENASCOUR resources. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think about those two stocks. Okay. Lithium stocks has rallied, and most of graphite stock, they are down, which obviously offer opportunities for the fact they are down. So yeah, so hope you enjoy. See you in the next video.
The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand, and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.